Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, this is your boy Ninja
I am XP Early Bird.
XP, and this is
What's going on podcast?
What is Going On, people. Konnichiwa, how you doing? Hello. Oh man, this pollen's kicking my ass, dude. So excuse me if you see me rubbing my nose and shit. I promise you, I'm not doing any drugs. Yeah, we have a pretty fly show today for Shizzle. Listen, with the amount of just trying to understand Kanye West, obviously, is going to be our first topic today. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about Kanye. We're going to talk about the new Switch, and we have another topic. The guy who left his kids at the McDonald's.
Yeah,
I forgot his name too, but we're gonna have those
Chris,
three topics
Chris
today.
something.
Yeah. So I want to start letting people know what topics we have up before we get into everything, so they don't, because I want to timestamp stuff, but YouTube don't let me do that yet. So we're gonna be talking about Yay today. We're gonna be talking about the Switch 2, and we're gonna be talking about old buddy in my old hometown, uh, Early Bird's hometown, currently in Augusta, made the news and Donkey of the Day, right? That's crazy. Little old Augusta getting on the map.
Actually, this is the second time somebody from Augusta got Donkey of the Day, though.
Oh, was it? Damn, son, Augusta making it, bro. Woo.
The first one was some lady went to Popeyes. They forgot to give her biscuit, so she drove her car into the
God damn it, bro. What's with the Popeyes, bro? Listen, I don't know, man. That's nuts. But yeah, so talking about Yay, we're talking about Switch 2, we're talking about Augusta. But
we can talk about, we got two topics from Augusta, Georgia, man.
Oh right, we could cram the other one in there too, I guess. But yeah, man. I just hope everybody's doing well. XP, I hope you're doing well, my friend. How's everything with you? You good?
I'm doing good, man. My week was good, although yesterday was a bit of a long day. It was a long day, and I was just ready to get through it. But I got through it, and I got home and I streamed Gears of War 3.
Okay.
And I don't remember nothing at all from Gears of War 3. I don't remember nothing about that story, bro. Nothing.
Damn.
And I'm like,
to tell you the truth, I can't really think of anything that really pops into my head in that game. Like,
it's like I remember absolutely nothing because, okay, in Gears of War you got like the locust, right?
Right.
Okay, in Gears of War 2, you had the lamp they called the lambit, where you shoot them and they explode.
Yeah.
Okay, and now, so in Gears of War 3, it's a civil war going on between them, like the lambit and the locust. And I just don't remember nothing. It's like I'm playing through the story and I remember nothing about that story, like nothing at all. But I know I've been playing it because when I started playing it, I was on like chapter 5 or something like that. But I started the game over, right, from the very beginning. So I know it had like a save file already.
Yeah.
So I know I've been playing it. But damn, I remember nothing from the story. But I do think it's a good story though.
Yeah.
It's a real good story.
Gears of War is one of those games where like the storyline was written really well. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really well. So, yeah, I always appreciated Gears of War for that.
The gunfights are non-stop, bro. Like, damn, you can't even get a bathroom break in. That shit. gunfight.
Word. Oh man, that's funny.
Nah, so how you doing, my brother?
It's good. I love Gears of War. I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a pretty chill week. Nothing really crazy. I'm trying to think. Did anything really happen? Nothing that really like changing wise, has happened. Everything's same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Just been working, and doing, house shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, everything's cool, man. If there's no trouble, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing that out of pocket, I'm straight. I do got I do got some family supposed to be. My niece is supposed to be coming tomorrow. I think her dad's dropping her off, and then my brother was talking about he was coming out here also from New York. My other brother, to visit, but I don't know. It hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, but I know my niece is coming, so that'd be cool. I haven't seen her since her birthday in July. But that'd be cool if my brother gets out here because it'll be me. My other brother's already down here. He's been chilling. And then
So
my oldest. Go ahead. What?
How did things work out with him? Did he get the job?
Yeah, he did actually. He starts Monday, so that's good.
Cool.
Yeah, he starts
good,
Monday.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So he's good.
Okay, cool.
He got his job. He's adjusting.
Doing good?
He's adjusting. Yeah,
his mental
mentally, yeah, he's been doing good. He's not so anxious like he was when he first got here. He's a little bit more chill. He's still got a little bit of work. It's gonna take time, but he's been doing good. I'm proud of him for that. And believe it or not, he's picked up fishing, which is bro. He's been fishing like it's the weirdest shit. Like I'm telling you, like without not putting all his business out there, but my bro's from New York. He's from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up in New York, and doing just typical street shit. Just fucking around. We never did fishing. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing. Yeah. There's no real water out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no canals and no beaches like that.
Yeah.
So we never picked up fishing and shit like that. So and even moving to Georgia, I really didn't pick up fishing. I just never had time. But this nigga picked up fishing. Like he started hanging out with this girl that goes fishing, and he started fishing. I'm like, oh shit! All right, she taught him how to fish. Like I think he got cool with the brother, and them go fishing. So yeah, it was kind of dope.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up because I like I say, I think no matter who you are, where you are, you need to be able to like slow down.
Yeah,
and I think with him being from the city and him coming back, to more like open space where you don't have so many people on top of each other.
Yeah, and people living
on
top
top of each other. And then you get to interact with nature and all this kind of like it really has a serene effect on you, like it's peacefulness.
Yeah, that's
it's quiet. You got So that's good, bro. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited for him and for the future for him because he's for the last couple weeks he's been really chill, bro. He's been going fishing. Sometimes we sit out in the backyard and we'll just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got like a nice, pretty decent sized backyard, so we'll just get some chairs and just sit out there and just sit in the sun or in the shade and we'll just talk. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about shit, whatever. Video games or sneakers or the hood or just the old days. We'll just sit there and talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? So he's really getting the concept of slowing down now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
So he's good. And I told him, I was like, even when you get the job, I was like, just take your time. Like, don't kill yourself to prove yourself to nobody because at the end of the day, they just want you to do your job and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That killing yourself to prove yourself shit, that shit doesn't work, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you do that in some places, they'll just let you kill yourself, and then when you're dead, they're like, oh, well, move this motherfucker to the side and bring in the next fucking fool that's gonna do this shit. Yeah, I ain't with all that shit anymore. But other than that, he's straight. He starts working Monday, so he'll get back on track and he'll be straight, bro. I ain't too worried about him right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he got this.
Okay, cool. That's good news. Always good to hear progress, man.
Yeah. But
so I guess we
could get cracking on these topics then that we get right into. So first topic.
Kanye West, man.
Kanye Wizzy.
Kanye West did a interview with DJ Academics.
Yeah.
In this interview, he's wearing a KKK outfit, but it's black.
Yes.
I got okay. I don't care for Kanye,
Right.
and I think a lot of the things he say and do are just like crazy and outlandish, right?
Yeah. Right.
But Kanye, watching this interview, I think I understood him a little bit better. Kanye is trying to get from A to B, right? So instead
Right.
of him just going from A to B, he decides he's gonna go A, Z, T,
Yeah.
M, L,
LGBT.
Q, element of P. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes to B, bro. It's like because I'm listening to this dude talking, he just saying a whole bunch of stuff. It's just I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you saying? And then like
Yeah.
right at the end, he said something. I'm like, okay, damn, that makes sense
Right.
because and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give you the floor. The swastika T-shirt,
Right.
right?
And a chain he
He's
made.
he said, okay, he said the Jews are using our pain and misfortunes to make a profit, to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been petty and wearing the swastika and says, well, so if you're going to make money off my pain, then I'm going to do the same. So I understand that the
Right.
swastika because I was like, bro, why? Like, what are you doing? But then when
Mm-hmm.
he said that, it's like, okay, I don't think I can get mad at that because it makes sense.
That's what I
Because
thought too.
they exploit the heck out of our culture and make
Oh,
money.
for 100%,
So
110%, bro.
so he's wearing the swastika to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's exploiting their pain to
Mm-hmm.
get money and attention. So
Right.
hey, man, I
Like
I
it's
totally
different,
agree.
right?
Now,
Yeah.
and I'll make myself perfectly clear. I do not like Kanye West. I disagree with a lot of that stuff that he says and does, but he made sense with that one. And if I'm
Yeah.
quick to say that I don't like him and I think he's dumb, stupid, and crazy, and I feel like I have to give him the same energy when I think he's made a valid point. So I think
Yeah.
Kanye made a valid point on that one. So
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
but yeah, man, I'm
Um.
giving you the floor, my brother.
All right. So real quick, before I play this video, so people have content, exactly what context, exactly what you said is 100%. Like, listen, I've been following Kanye since the beginning. Like, I'm a big Kanye fan musically, and like I tell you, everybody and you all the time, I'm like, I can distinguish the art
Mm-hmm.
and the personal side of this crazy shit he does. So, art, music
Mm-hmm.
wise, I love Kanye. I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the man. He's really artistic. He could do it. He can do that. Now, this
Mm-hmm.
Kanye with the black robe on, talking crazy. At first, when he first started doing this shit against the Jews, it was right. It was right when the Adidas shit happened, because he was good prior to this. If you notice, Kanye always has these waves of rants
Mm-hmm.
that nobody understands. I took my time out and to really kind of dig into Kanye's rants. Like, I watch a bunch of his rant videos, and
Mm-hmm.
every video I watched, whether it was on Drink Champs or on Justin LeBoy or on DJ Academics, I noticed that all his rants always shoot at one particular thing, but it he talks so much that it gets scrambled, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because he's
he's
trying to
all
hit
over the
so
place.
many, right. He's trying to hit so many points about why he's saying the things he's saying. So he'll be talking about the Jews, and then he'll be talking about um the black music and how some black people are just coons or said some wild shit. Or then he'll go back to the Jews, and then he'll talk about his kids, and then he'll talk about Kim Kardashian and Jay-Z. So it's like his rant really doesn't, some things stick and then some things don't, because it gets overlaid with all the other shit. So it's
Yeah,
like too
it's
much
too random. Yeah,
information. It's
yeah.
like overload,
and
information
and and
overload.
then they're not connected to what
Right.
he's really trying to say.
Right. So for instance, if he's talking about Kim Kardashian and how his kids got taken away and nobody cares and nobody's there for him, it's a
Mhm.
valid point. But then
Right.
he'll jump into the Black KK outfit and why he's wearing that. So that's two different problems that
Or
you're
he'll throw
mixing.
it, or let's say he's talking about Kim and his kids, he'll take a shot at Kendrick in the midst of
Right,
that. Like,
right, and it's like
and it's like,
it's confusing because like
yeah,
it's just too much. But then he'll try to tie it all in with like, yeah, well, the Jews control everything, and they're controlling Kim Kardashian and what she does, and then what Jay-Z does, and then what I'm trying to do, and then
right,
it makes a little bit more sense because he's trying to tell people that all of these people that he's complaining about are controlled by this invisible hand, or what
right,
he's saying, Jews. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not
right.
saying he's right or wrong, but let's keep it a beam. The Jews do control the majority of the music industry and the media.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a lie. It's not far fetched. It's the truth. They own most of everything you see on TV, and they own most of music. I mean, let's keep it real. Black music is not owned by black people. It's owned by record labels and
Mm-hmm.
what the white companies,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
most of those white companies are Jews. But his point is getting across. It's just not getting across the way he wants it. So he doesn't know how to decipher and make it make sense, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I watched this interview like at least 2 times. Certain spots I watched them like over. I had to rewind and just watch it over. And I tell viewers that watch this, that especially a lot of, because I see, and I think this is what he means when he says that black folks are not understanding and they're cooning, is
Mm-hmm.
because they're the first ones to jump on him and complain. Yeah, the Jews do it, but you don't see the Jews come out and say anything on social media. They do exactly what he says they do. They'll go and they'll do a censorship, or they'll take you off Instagram, or they'll take your music away, or they'll tell you, hey, you said that about Jews, we're not gonna let you go come out here and do a show. Like they
Mm-hmm.
take your money away. But then you
Mm-hmm.
have the black folks will come out and say, oh, Kanye's crazy, Kanye's this, Kanye's that. And he's like, you're not seeing the bigger picture, bro. They're using you guys. And I've been saying that for a long time. I was like, yo, if you want to make something cool, you attach black culture to it. Attach rap
Mm-hmm.
music. Anything,
Mm-hmm.
anything, anything color wise, you attach to it, and it's gonna be cool, bro. I mean, let's keep it a beam. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Supreme,
Mm-hmm.
all of these brands, even
Mm-hmm.
Ciroc, all of them,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know nothing about them until you attach Puffy, Jay-Z, the Locks, or any of these famous people that are black to it. Michael Jordan. I mean, Scotty. You could go on and on, bro. It doesn't even matter if they're A list or B list or C list. Like you attach
Mm-hmm.
somebody black, somebody's cool, somebody who knows how to make brands move. The Jim Jones, the Camerons, the Mace, the Biggies, all these guys made all these brands cooler. Yeah, they could have been making
Yeah.
money before. I'm not saying that they needed black culture. I'm just saying black culture
Well,
put
yeah.
them in the
Once.
forefront.
So like to me, the biggest example of that would be Vans, because Vans been around for a while. They was
And
around
one
for
was,
so long.
and who was the nigga that put Vans on the map?
Was it Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne made Vans, bro. I didn't know what I was in New York, and when Lil Wayne started wearing Vans, I started seeing black kids wearing Vans. You
Cause
understand what I'm saying?
this because Vans been around for a long time, but they were skateboard shoes, and
We
black people
only
didn't
seen white
skateboard.
boys. I only seen white boys wear Vans and and
Mm-hmm.
and God damn, I forgot the other brand. I got a pair of them too. But you only see niggas wear Vans and them other brands.
But no, once Lil Wayne started skateboard, that's he started wearing Vans. That's when Vans kind of took off.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Dang, but that probably kicking your behind, boy.
Yo, dude, I hate it. But that's what I'm saying. Attach black to it, it becomes cool. They
Mm-hmm.
make way more money. But
Yep.
with that being said, DC also a lot. I started seeing a lot of black kids
DC,
wearing
that's
DC
what. Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't think Kanye is 100% wrong. Maybe the way he comes off is crazy, but wrong, I don't think he's wrong. I think he's dealing with a lot of shit that we would never understand because we're not billionaires, millionaires, and we don't have brands and endorsements. But him saying the shit he's saying makes sense, bro. He's just not doing it the way
Okay.
Jay-Z would say it. Because Jay-Z had the same problem. Jay-Z mentioned this shit in the 444 album. If you listen to it, he says Jews buy all the land. Meanwhile, black people are in the club throwing money. He says that. He says we don't prioritize the things we need versus the things we want. He says Jews go out and buy buildings in bad neighborhoods and turn them into good neighborhoods. Like meanwhile, we're staying in the bad neighborhoods throwing money at strippers and buying cars that we don't need. So
yeah. Okay, but here's my thing with Kanye, right? When they say a broken clock is right twice a day, and that's how I feel about Kanye. For the most part, it's just a bunch of wild and crazy antics. But then once or twice, he's speaking on some real stuff.
yeah.
Let's because in the interview, he said something about he was talking about the trademark to his kid's name.
Oh
And
yeah.
the words he used, he said, so this white woman has control over my black children. And like he's smart enough to use those trigger words. White woman in control of black kids. But my thing is, bro, like you ain't think about this before you laid down and had sex with this woman and made a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's like, and if in my honest opinion of Kanye, if the Jews wasn't giving him such a hard time and they just let him say whatever he want to do whatever he want to do, make the things he want to make, and just keep giving him money and stay out of his way, would you even deal with black people? Because Kanye, I remember when Kanye was in the news about something. I forget what it was, but he was in the news and then he disappeared. And everybody's looking for Kanye, and everybody got worse. Oh man, they finally got him. They knocked him off. But then he pops back up, and he's married to this white woman. So it's like Kanye shows you where he really is and where he really wants to be. It's just that whenever things don't go his way, now is let me be black and get the black people on my side. And I think that's dangerous and selfish. And that's what I don't agree with.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, and that's the thing that bugs me too is that he married the white girl and then does all these crazy black, antics where he's fighting for the black folks, but then like he got this white girl walking around naked. But on that note, if he was with a black girl, that would not happen. You know what I'm saying? That black girl probably put him in his place.
Right.
So he needs I hate to say this, but he needs a weak woman to walk around because he ain't gonna find no black girl that's gonna do the dumb shit that white girl does.
Yeah, I think there's nobody around Kanye. There's no black consciousness around Kanye. I think he got a team of white people around, and they just
They do whatever he says because
money.
He got the bread. Yeah,
whatever.
And like I said,
money.
I'm pretty sure he has Jews around him that don't care because they just want the money because they just greedy. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. They'll sit there and say they hate Jews too. But I don't know. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and
all right.
We'll get
to
into
be able to do it because I don't have any brand sponsorships. It's like I'm past cancel. So these people out here, they toying, they playing. It's interesting. The swastika. I want to just, I know we have a little bit of time. I want to tell you, by doing it, it's sort of like a magnet where people get so mad and they start exposing themselves because the Jews, they move in the tunnels. They move where you can't see them. They're an invisible hand, and they'll get like, what they'll do is they'll threaten people. They'll threaten people, oh, we're going to take your tours away. We're going to drop your artists. You got to say this. You like, how many people I stand with my Jewish people, 3 years ago? And what I did is I stood on it this time. I never backed down. That's my whole thing. That's why I was mad about removing that. Somebody taught me into removing that Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing a swastika chain, it then ruffled some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation. Regardless if they could have locked me up for taxes and that, they wasn't playing fair. Like, okay, cool, fair deal. You did good. We did good. It's like, no, you leaving with nothing. We have to destroy you. Even though they came and used us to tap into the culture and make money off of Black people and people who enjoy Black culture. If we said like, yo, you doing this wrong, you stealing my style, you taking all of my employees, you taking Jerry Lorenzo and making him do my same designs as he's the agreeable Kamala nigga. They started lowering the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, oh, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil. He needs to be in jail. Right. Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten to an altercation with a girl at one point, and including Cardi. So now Cardi's like at the number one.
Okay, who's Cardi? Cause I'm thinking
Playboy Cardi.
Like,
Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
So he was working with Playboy Cardi for a while. He kind of Kanye kind of I don't listen to Playboy Cardi. I really don't like his music. I think it's trash. But Kanye likes his music. Kanye blew him up a little bit, did like a bunch of music for him, and then all of a sudden Playboy Cardi stopped fucking with Kanye because of the whole Kim Kardashian thing. So what he's trying to say is that Playboy Cardi, I guess, had altercation with his girl, smacked her up, and nobody cared. But everybody cared that Puff did it because he's on a video, only because they're trying to destroy Puff because of the whole Diageo thing, which is the Ciroc liquor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That he's saying that those white folks are going after Puff because Puff sued them because they owed Puff some kind of money or some kind of racial thing they said to Puff or some shit, something along that line. And ever since then, that brand wanted to get rid of Puff, and this is the reason why Puff is in the situation he's in. So he's saying, and this is why I had to watch it a couple of times. He's saying that every time somebody of color is working with somebody with those companies,
mm-hmm.
if they don't like what they're doing, or they want out, or they sue, or they want more money, or they want their payback, they can't just let you go and be like, all right, well, we don't agree with that. Well, here you go, goodbye. He said they have to destroy you, meaning like, all right, you want to be that, you want to do that, all right, well, we're gonna find dirt on you. We're gonna, oh, you beat your girl. We found a video you beating your girl, and we're gonna put all your business out there. We're gonna lock you up, and we're gonna get you in trouble, and we're gonna say you do. So he's saying that that's what happened to Puff, and that's what happened to niggas like R. Kelly, and like he's like, once shit like that happens, it's like it's a wrap. But they don't care about the little niggas who do it, like the Playboy Cardi, because he's following suit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like it's blackmail, literally. Like he's if you don't follow what we do, we're gonna blackmail you, and if you don't like it, then we're gonna do what we can to destroy you. So that's what he's saying, and that's what the whole Playboy Cardi thing comes up, because Playboy Cardi had altercations with a couple ex-girlfriends or some shit like that back in the day, allegedly. I don't know, but that's what he's saying. And that's why Playboy Cardi don't fuck with him, because the record labels got to him and told him, yo, if you fucking with Ye, you're gonna end up over here. So it's kind of like what he said. They scare people into joining the crew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what he meant by Playboy Cardi.
Guy at Rolling Loud, and Puff is in jail. And then you got two women beaters, and you got two supposed pedophiles. Watch this. You got three. Watch this. Cardi, Puffy, Kendrick. The two pedophiles. Drake, R. Kelly, or supposed. Puffy and R. Kelly are in jail with Drake 5 years from now, or however long, when they feel like they really want to get that boy up out here, they're going to play the Kendrick song. So that's how far they going. The Kendrick mix with the Universal, all that takedown of Drake reminds me of the No Diddy campaign for Diddy. Like they going all out, but see, I know how to go all out, and I'm not even in their position. I just work on behalf of God. Like how this shit comes together, the timing, everything is like a God sense. I had a couple of things I want to say. So I pushed in to the Puff song. I put my daughter on the song. The timing was so perfect. She went in, rapped it. She said, I'm getting sleepy. So she said, okay, good night. And that was the end. And she was giving me like the Lil Kim on the old Bad Boy record. So that's why we put that. And the idea was family. It's so many people who dad actually killed somebody and they would do anything to have their dad home.
So I just wanted to play that first part. The rest of the shit, he's just gonna go on and on. But my thing is like what I was trying to say is that he's not 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? And obviously he says if they're gonna use our pain and this is one thing I agree with Kanye and he's 100% right. Since Kanye been out, he's never really rapped about gang shit or like weird killings or shooting niggas. He never really rapped about that. He he always said he wanted to make kind of like a music where it's more like therapy and more uplifting than gangster shit. Because he says he wasn't a gangster. He's like he been in the streets, but he wasn't a gangster. He just knew gangster shit. But with that being said, he never rapped about gang shit. He's like he don't understand why these labels all they want is these rappers like drill music to just rap, get killed so they can take all their masters and make money off them while they're dead, which is true because a lot of these kids are dying off their first mixtape singles, and record labels are keeping their masters because they just signed a deal. You know what I'm saying? Probably put life insurance on these kids and they get all that money back. But his thing is he said he's gonna make money off their pain the same way they make money off our pain. Like so if he's gonna sell SWAT Sickers t-shirts and somebody buys it. I mean, you can't be mad at him, bro. It's
you can't.
It's fucking genius. Like, and I get it, bro. I get it. Swastika means something to the Jews and whatnot, but you sell rap music that hurts people in neighborhoods that can't get out of it. So I mean, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, kid. So if it's gonna help somebody make money, you can't be mad at it, bro. I remember an interview with Leon Combs on Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne asked him, "Did you watch that?"
Yeah,
Leon Combs is he's a cocksucker. I can't stand him. They asked him like, "Yo, you make money off black music, and you watch your artists get hurt, and you still put out the music." And you know what he said, bro? This is what irked me about this fucking nigga. He's like, "Well, I need to make money too." And I get it. Like, if that's what the artist wants to put out, yeah, you need to make money too. But like, at what cost? Are you willing to let somebody, like, if you know somebody is doing something stupid, like, you're gonna tell them, like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. The same way you tell somebody, oh, this single sucks, even though it's not good. Like, if you hear somebody saying, oh, I'm gonna blast my ops when I see him and blah blah blah, blah and he's snitching on himself on a record, shouldn't you be like, yo, bro, if this is real shit, bro, I don't think you should be putting this shit out. You might want to change a couple names and lines and just put some figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and he didn't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get what Kanye's saying, bro. 100%. I get it. Like those upper echelon, and whether they're Jews, white folks, whatever. But most of them are Jews and most of them are white folks. They are making millions and millions of dollars off the hardship of these young rappers who are getting popped out here for no reason because, well, I don't want to say no reason, for rapping about things they did illegally, going to jail. I mean, look at all the yellow shit and NBA Mo D or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yellow Beezy and Mo.
Yellow Beezy, right? All of these guys are getting caught up in shit that they rapped about, they did on like, come on, bro, y'all, and who's making money? It ain't them. It's the courthouses and the record labels, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that they making the money.
Oh, well, yeah, but still, man, I don't know, because it's a certain way you have to go about doing these things. So it's like exposing the truth and fighting the power. I,
Right.
I'm always down for that shit, especially with the position that we're in this country. So I'm always for
Right.
it. But you have to do it in a way that's. I'm not saying Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, but you're gonna have to do this thing in a way where it's not. If we took Kanye's path, I see martial law being implemented. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just too wild, reckless, and crazy, and it would give them the right to mass murderers if we took that route. So that's my only pushback on his approach.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree, but we're in a new day, man. Like, you can't take the Martin Luther King approach anymore because that it just is not that kind of style of revolutionary thinking is not relevant for the times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got Instagram, you got all this social network shit. I mean, media shit. You have to do it different, and I think he does it in that way. That's why you never really see him out like in doing these things like with a bunch of people
Mm-hmm.
because you could rally up a bunch of people and go rah 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 in front of a courthouse, and the only two things are gonna happen: one, CVS and Walgreens are gonna get broken into by a bunch of kids or a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of Antifa people who are gonna stage a coup and say, "Oh, look at all these black folks breaking into CVS's and destroying their neighborhoods," because that don't work. We've seen that dozens of times.
Mm-hmm.
Marching and gathering doesn't work. It just looks bad on all fronts. You know what I'm saying? The George Floyd shit, that shit don't work no more. It just makes everything look worse and make it just makes everything get worse. So he does it on a scale where it's like it's just him, a handful of people, and he just pisses people off. And he says his truth on X, and he says his shit on these outlets like DJ Academics and Justin LeBoy and all these guys where they can post shit, edit it, and he don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Because let's say Kanye went out and did a fucking, I don't know, a rally on a bridge or at a courthouse or on the hill, what's that gonna do? It's gonna get on the news and they're gonna edit it and make it look more like, oh, look at black folks, look at what they do. They're gonna burn down our CVS and blah 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 blah. This is it's just not gonna look good for anybody. So the way he's doing it, to be honest, is probably the best way for him because he gets to control the narrative. He
I mean,
gets to say
it's
what he
good.
wants to say, and nobody else gets involved, and nobody else can get in trouble but him. You know what I mean? That's it.
I mean, it's good for him. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is he's doing what he's doing to influence his following, correct? Like
Right.
you want
Yeah.
people to think and feel the way you feel, and so when you say
Mm-hmm.
something, they act off what you're saying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
not like just it ain't like Kanye is saying, "Hey, I don't want y'all to not do anything on my behalf. Like, don't go
Right.
out in the streets, don't hurt nobody, don't do anything." He's not saying that. The things that he's saying, he's trying to motivate people to think the way he think and to act and according to him. Because Kanye
Right.
said in the interview, he said, "I'm the closest thing to God." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
like I think Kanye is very dangerous with his rhetoric.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. For
it's
sure.
just because it's the truth doesn't necessarily make it right, because life is very, it's not black and white, it's very gray. You can be wrong for the right reasons and you can be right for the wrong reasons,
Yeah. No,
and you
I
just have to
agree.
determine, like, which one is which. And I feel like with what Kanye's doing, is a very selfish motivation. Whatever he's trying to accomplish is not for the greater good of his people. This is for Kanye. Like this is Kanye wants to be the fashion guru. Kanye wants to be at the top of the music industry. And if Kanye doesn't get his way, then Kanye is going to throw a tantrum. And he's going to wear KKK robe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all selfish thinking.
You know what I want them to interview. It's gonna sound crazy, but I would love for them to interview a real KKK. Ask them how they feel about Kanye wearing that shit. Just think about it. Like, I would love to. I don't know any. I wish I knew one or two, or to see and just be like, "Hey man, how do you feel about this shit right here?" Like, yeah, well, fucking, I don't know, that Kanye is motherfucking crazy coon right there, like. I would love to hear what they have to say. I would love for somebody to actually interview and show them a picture and video of Kanye saying the shit to see what they would say, if they would agree, disagree, or be disgusted by the black cloak or whatever you want to call that shit. Like,
I wonder what's the Kanye's purpose for wearing it? Like, is it does it has a meaning, or are you just trying to get people's attention? Like,
I mean, I think the meaning is just to
get people's attention.
I want to say yes, but I think the meaning is to just show.
See, you don't
show
have
you show you that the cloak don't mean anything if it's in black and is worn by a black person. It's almost like using the N word and saying, "Oh, it means like my best friend now." Like he's probably trying to take the negativity away from it.
See that, and that's why
that's what I was thinking. Like, he's trying to make it look like it ain't shit. It ain't scary. You know what I'm saying?
People keep trying to find the genius or the purpose, this diabolical plan that only Kanye can conjure up, and the things that he do, like him wearing that KKK thing has nothing to do with taking the power away from the KKK. Like, he's just doing that for attention. However, you got the ninjas of the world who is trying to give this man this credit for being a diabolical genius. He's just an a-hole, bro.
Yeah.
You don't think he's just an a-hole?
I absolutely. When I saw that shit, I was like, bro, what's this nigga doing? And I'm like, but like everything else, I try to put myself in his shoes. Like, okay, and it's hard for me to do that because I don't have billions of dollars and I don't own sneaker lines and I don't mess with higher echelon white folks and Jews. You know what I'm saying? But what I could tell you is he wore it and it looked like he was having a hard time breathing in that thing. And I don't know why would you even wear that. Because he was breathing heavy in that shit. I know he was sweating in that bitch. But
I know he was hot, man.
I don't know. Hot. Listen, even the KKKs, even if that was your thing, I would have came up with something more cooler than a sheet over your head. Maybe like a cape and a bandana. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want, yeah, right? Like, we gotta figure out how to scare these black folks. Wear this fucking tall ass thing. You look crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it just nuts to me, bro. Like, I don't know. I would have, like, we need a redesign, maybe. I don't know. Whatever the thought process behind Kanye wearing that shit was his and his only, bro. I can't even. I don't even know what to tell you, my boy. Like,
oh goodness, man. I don't. I think he did it for attention, and it worked. He's doing it for attention, and it worked.
And it got him on. Look, we're talking about it, so boom, it did work. You can't. There you go. Reason solved.
Maybe we need to wear a KKK uniform.
And fuck around. I'll go fucking make that shit colorful and shit too. A fucking blanket or fucking blanket over my face and just cut out some holes. Ah, man, that's funny though. All right, well, we on to the next shit then?
Yes. Next topic. All right. The next topic, we are talking about Mr. Chris Lewis, man. Charlemagne the God gave a guy from Augusta, Georgia, by the name of Chris Lewis Donkey of the Day. Yeah. The reason why he gave him Donkey of the Day is because Chris Lewis left his 3 kids, who were the age of 1, the age of 6, and the age of 10. He left them at a McDonald's to attend a job interview.
Right.
And I think someone noticed that the kids were there by themselves, and then they called the police. And then the police showed up, and then once he came back, they arrested him. And a lot of people were confused about how to feel about this like what he did, because it ain't like he was going to the club and partying and having fun. Like he left his kids to go to a job interview. Right. And a lot of people were saying you don't leave your kids, and I can respect that. I can respect that.
Right.
But
absolutely.
What they're really questioning is, like, should he really go to jail, like doing the jail time or whatever? Because
if he does, he fucked up that job interview. If he got the job. Yeah, you got the job. I gotta do 6 weeks now because I went to the job interview. I know that's fucked up. Make a joke about, but, man. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But continue. I'm sorry.
Antonio Brown, who is a former NFL player, he's a wide receiver for the Steelers. He saw this story and he wanted to help Chris, so he raised like $50,000 for Chris. So some good came out of this, and I hope Chris gets that money and it really helps him and his family.
Yeah. Did they charge him already, or this is like, what is it, like child endangerment 3 times in a row, like
it's
for having 3 kids?
I think neglect. They charged him with neglect. Man, I don't know.
I mean, my and this is just my honest opinion. Like, I don't know his situation. I mean, nobody knows where was the mom. Apparently, the mom came after. Whatever. I don't know if he has beef with the mom, or I don't know. Like, there's a lot of factors that can factor into this shit. But if he just dropped him there, and if he really went on an interview, right, and he really was trying to do something good, then yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? It's like he needed to go to a job interview. He couldn't because he had kids. He dropped them off at McDonald's playground or whatever the fuck he did. I mean, honestly, I don't think I would ever do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was 10 other things you could have. I'd rather have left them home alone than bring them to McDonald's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you like that was choice. That would have been choice number 1 before that. Like, dropping them off McDonald's would have been like choice number like 38 after coming up with like 37 different ideas of what I can do. Dropping them off, leaving them home, maybe dropping them off at my mom's, maybe dropping them off at my friend's house, maybe dropping them off at a park, and just, like, not a McDonald's. Like, it's just weird. But, if he needed to go to that interview, maybe the interview was right up the street. I don't know. They said he was gone for like 2 hours or something like that. I don't know, dude.
What I'm trying to figure out is they say it was at the McDonald's on Washington Road. So I'm trying to figure out
where did he go on an interview at? Did they say?
I don't know. They didn't say.
I don't think they said.
I'm trying to figure out what apartment complex is near that McDonald's.
Which McDonald's? Which one? On Washington Road by my old house, by my old neighborhood.
This looks like the one at the light where that Pizza Hut used to be.
The Pizza Hut. Oh, okay.
Kmart.
Well, not Kmart. Yeah. The big complex place, the Sunshine Grill or whatever that shit is. The Pottery Barn or whatever that shit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, he could have went to a bunch of places. There's a lot of shit over there. You got all the dealerships right there. You know what I mean? You got plenty of places of work. He could have went to any one of those motherfuckers. Yeah, there's McDonald's. I mean, obviously the McDonald's. But yeah, there's plenty of fucking. Do you have the steel place right behind the the tracks. I mean, he could have went to any one of them.
Right next door.
The Wendy's, right? The Wingstop. Yeah, so you didn't even know if it was a fast food place or it was one of the industrial places.
Right across the street, you got the mechanic shops.
Yeah, you got all the mechanics. You got all the dealerships right there.
Yeah, you got discount.
Yeah, you got plenty of fucking places. There's an ass of shit over there. I mean,
maybe he went to each and every one, looking for some work.
Oh, maybe looking for a job, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. He, I feel bad for him because, like I said, he was probably trying to do his best with what he had, and he was like, "Yo, this is the only day I got off, but I got all these kids with me. I'll just drop them off at McDonald's, and they'll chill because that McDonald's has a big play area."
Yeah, it does, and that's why I think that's why he left them because they had to play.
Yeah, because that's where I used to bring the kids at.
And with you have a 10-year-old, almost a teenager. Maybe he's thinking that 10-year-old knows
hold it down,
right? Can look out.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if he's 10 and obviously coming from a broken home, he's well above the age of 10.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because when I was 10, I was taking care of my little brother.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying, and I knew the streets, exactly. I used to go outside, walk around like 6 years old, 7, riding bike in the street like nothing. I wouldn't even let my 10-year-old do that shit now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the kid's probably way ahead of 10. He's not you tell me 10, and I'm thinking like young, but 10 back in the day is really 13, 14. Like he know how to make breakfast. He know how to cook and clean. He knows how to take care of himself. 10-year-olds now don't know how to do shit. Right, exactly. So if you 10-year-old with siblings that are close to age or younger, way younger, you understand how to take care of something. You know what I'm saying? If you're 10-year-old by yourself, you don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you 10-year-old, you know what I mean? But if I had to call it, the 10-year-old was probably a lot older than 10 mentally, is what I'm trying to say. No excuses. I'm just saying. Like he probably trusted. But then that goes back to like, yo, I would have left him home. You know what I mean? But he probably lived far. If he lived in Grovetown, he probably didn't want to leave him too far. You know what I'm saying? Because Grovetown's a little drive. If he was in, the other way of South Augusta or whatever, you know what I mean? So
he didn't have a car, so everywhere he went, he was on foot.
All right, so there you go. If he didn't have a car, somebody probably dropped him off. He don't want to leave the kids home because he don't have a car to get there in case something happens. Oh, I'm gonna go take him to McDonald's, interview right up the street, be right back to McDonald's, and boom, I'm done. If that was the case, there is a bus line that runs right there, so he probably lived on that bus line.
True,
because that bus line goes. You know what I'm saying? That bus, that's the only bus that runs through Augusta. Is that one bus that goes from Washington Road and cuts right up to, I forgot where it goes, but it goes all the way up to past it. I think past the Masters, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think it goes further than that because if you take Washington Road all the way down, it
takes you all the way towards the hospitals and shit. So like downtown. Yeah. So he probably lives along. He probably walked to that bus stop, got on the bus, took the kids there, and then did his thing, and then was gonna go back. Didn't think nothing of it. So like I said, I'm not too mad at him, unless those kids were like really like didn't understand life and like they were like Google Gaga kind of kids. But if they were like 10, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Like I know a lot of 10-year-old that they're adulting better than some adults I know. So you know, like it's different, bro. Especially in our culture, is different. I don't know about everybody, 10 I grew up fast.
Yeah, 10 years old in a white community is not 10 years old in a one of our community. Like 10 years old in our community, like we super advanced, man.
Bro, I mean, I complain about my son's bus stop every day because I see Adam is 10 right now, currently, literally. And I'm not gonna front. I will drop him off at McDonald's and leave him there and go on a job interview and know he'll be all right. That's how much I know and trust how mature he is because of what I installed into him. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to do things and get results. You know, he's not like a Google Gaga 10-year-old. Now, when I drop him off at the bus stop and I see other 10-year-olds acting really, really immature, which is fine because they're 10. I'm not taking nothing away. But even Adam will be like, yo, why they acting so crazy? And he's the same age. You understand? Like me and Adam will have like talks in the car. Like, I'm like, I always tell him, like, Punky, don't ever be like that. Always be yourself, but don't be crazy like that. Like the kids are running in the street, cars are coming, they're like, being all stupid. Like, and me and him are sitting in the car looking at these kids like, what's wrong with these niggas, bro? Like, and I don't want to say what they are because I don't want to come off like I'm a racist or anything, but it's just always
they white
that, they a lot of them are Polish, they're Ukrainians, and I'm like, like what's up with these niggas, bro? Like, I'm like, and you know what's so crazy? He has another friend there. He's a little Indian kid. Like, I think I don't know if he's like Guyanese, but I think he's like one of the Caribbean, West Indian kind of kids, and he's the same way like Jaden. I mean, like Adam. He's mad chill, and he's not, doing the crazy stuff. And you could tell it's different culturally. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like we tell kids like, yo, behave. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna smack you up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It culturally is different, dog. It's way different.
I'm gonna say this, and I guess we can move on to the next topic. So the situation with this guy here, I feel like everybody has to take the blame. So Chris has to take the blame, and then I feel like the community has to take the blame too, because our community has become so selfish and untrustworthy that the man had to take his kids with him or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, where's, and it's not it's everybody's fault, but certain situations it just got the climate the way that it is. Because when I was young, when my mom was at work, like we was with my great grandma or grandma, you know what I mean? Because they wasn't working.
Was somebody
they wasn't working so much, but now with the way the economy is, everybody's working. Everybody is working. So
and it's nuts because you watching old people still working. It's nuts, like, bro.
And it's and people, and this why I always tell people, it's the little things that matter, because it's those little simple decisions that you make that ends up having this huge effect. Because the fact that you raised the retirement limit, and the fact that grandma still has to work, you end up with situations like this. Like where like there's no this story says that there's no sense of community here.
No,
to me,
and just to piggyback off that, they raise everything. They raise bro. I'm watching 78-year-old people out there almost dead, working because their disability or their pensions are not cutting it, bro. So it's like, what's the point of a pension if you still have to go out there and greet people at Walmart or work at these places where nobody gives a fuck about you? And to me, they should always be somebody at home. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I don't mean like somebody like what, like there all the time. I'm saying like if you need one of the kids to be home, there's like, if God forbid they're sick, there's nobody home.
Right.
There's no grandma. There's no auntie. There's no mom. There's no dad. Everybody has to work, bro. It's to the point where it's like you even make your kids go out and get jobs at young ages.
And what happened to the babysitter? Like there was that one girl in the neighborhood that used to babysit kids.
Bro, we don't have them.
They're not there.
We don't have them. We don't have them no more. We're too busy. Like, first of all, the babysitter's charging too much money nowadays. They want $140 to sit and babysit kids now. Like, bro, because she can't afford to live either. So it's like it's absolutely baffling that you have nobody at home. You got a single dad trying to go to a job interview, and like I said, I don't know the situation with his baby mama, but let's just say she was busy working and she couldn't go. Or let's just say she's a bitch and she didn't want to watch the kids because she wanted to watch him gravel. Either way, he had nobody. You know what I'm saying? There was no community. There was no grandma. There was no auntie. There was nobody to go to for him to turn to. He maybe don't have no parents. Maybe his mom is passed. Maybe his grandma is sick. Maybe his grandma's in Walmart just greeting people when she should be home watching these kids.
It's stupid.
I'm just saying, everybody got to work until you die. And this is what I said on the last pod. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I will go do what I want to do right now and won't think about it 2 fucking times. If I know it's going to make me happy, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it, dog. I don't care. I don't care if my work told me, nah, you can't. Then fuck you, fire me. I'm going. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let anybody dictate how my day or the rest of my life is going to go, bro. I'm sorry. I'm over that shit, bro. I'm over that shit. And when the kids get older and they figure out what they want to do, bro, and it's just me and Jess, but I feel sorry for a nigga who tells me, no, I can't do that, bro. I will leave and I'll be like, you know what? I'm out, dog. I'll fucking me and Jess will live in a fucking van if we have to, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with that shit, bro. If you rub me the wrong way, nigga, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. I watch way too many people out here just not get nothing for nothing, bro. So fuck it.
I understand, man. It's just what life has become. I won't say life, but the way society has what it's become. There's no sense of community, man. And
no,
I'm gonna leave it at that with this story.
I'm with you, brother. All right, what we on next?
Our next topic is real quick, man. So in more Augusta, Georgia news, a man gets arrested for firing a gun to stop a pit bull attack against a smaller dog, and he ends up killing. Yeah, so the pit bull was attacking a smaller dog.
Oh, smaller dog. Okay.
Yeah, and the guy shot the pit bull, killed the pit bull, and he ended up getting arrested. So my question on something like this, bro, is like, should this guy get in trouble or not? Because
absolutely not.
Those dogs are very aggressive, man, and people
absolutely not.
Listen, I don't think he should get in trouble, and this is why. From like personal experience, when I used to deliver packages for FedEx, you walk into the yard and the dog starts barking, going crazy, and the owner would be there and say, "Oh, he's fine, he's not going to bite." But I'm looking at the dog, and the dog is going crazy. There's been times where the dog is about to jump the fence or whatever. So I like, you know what, man, I just put the package here, you can get it, and I go on my way. And then there's like there was this one time where the guy was trying to show, like, I guess he was trying to show how like that the dog was trained. So he was telling the dog, stop, sit. The dog wasn't listening to him. Like these people are delusional about their pets, bro, and I can't stand it, bro. Because I've gotten bit 3 times working for FedEx.
Bro, that junk ain't shit out that motherfucker.
That junk ain't fun, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you just from family experience, he shouldn't get in trouble. Shoot the fuck out the dog. If a dog is running after you and attacking anything, and you shoot it, that's fair game, bro. I don't understand why, when it comes to animals, we feel bad, but yet we're out here shooting each other, and we're like, oh, it's another day.
Yep.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. If a dog is running after me, and I have a gun or knife or anything, I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn baseball bat. I'm killing that fucking dog. I don't care how nice you think your dog is. Your dog could be a fucking whole princess at home, and he comes for me. Guess what? You're going to have a dead fucking princess, because I am going to kill the fuck out your animal. I don't give a fuck if it's a bird.
I agree with your approach, but what I'm saying is the law doesn't see it that way.
No. And the problem with it is that he shot in city limits. I bet that's why they came and arrested him, right?
I think it was
because he shot at a residential area.
I think it was like a
park, right, and you can't shoot at a park. Okay, and that's the other thing I hate about. You go to places like Florida and Georgia and all these places where everybody's gun ho happy, like, yeah, I got a gun and I'll fucking shoot it if I want. I come at me and you'll see. But then you go and you fucking shoot it, and everybody's like, "Oh, you shot your gun." Well, bitch. Then everybody's worried about guns, and everybody's so tough with their guns, but then when it's time to shoot the gun, everybody's like, "Oh, why you did that?" But nigga, I have a whole dog running after killing my dog. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of it. If you can carry a gun and you can use it, but yet you go to a park and you use it, and you're not supposed to use it in the park. So what I was supposed to do? Let the dog attack me and drag the dog outside the park and then shoot him while he got my fucking arm or my dick in his mouth? No, I'm going to shoot the fuck out of him before he even gets close enough to bite me. Oh, it was in park limits, city limits, residential. It doesn't matter. You let me carry a gun, I'm going to shoot this motherfucker. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either, because the situation dictates you have to make a decision right here, right now.
Yeah, right here, right now. Absolutely.
It ain't like you tell the dog, "Hold on, stop biting me. Let's walk outside the limits of the park, and then you can bite me, and then I can shoot you."
Like, or let's talk about it. Like, no, come on, bro. The fucking dog is doing dog shit. So yeah, no, I'll shoot the fuck out the dog. I don't give a fuck.
I after being bit 3 times, I would definitely shoot the mess out of that dog, bro.
Listen, if you're in a park and it's not a dog park, because let's say this happened in a dog park, that might be different because you're allowed to let your dogs roam free. Mm-hmm. But if you're outside and your dog is not on a leash, that is fair game, bro. Like,
but even in the dog
there's
park,
leash laws.
It's even in the dog park, it would have some type of rules for that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, I work for the city. I see these things. There's a sign in every dog park that says you cannot have your dog in the park if he or she is in heat. Well, obviously he won't be, but if they're horny, don't have them in the park. if they're aggressive, don't have them in the park. You know what I'm saying? Like, it tells, if your dog is aggressive, horny, or any of these things where it's gonna amplify their attitude, don't have them in the park. They even have dog. I'm dead ass serious. They even have dog parks for different sized dogs. This is big dog park. They're like, 45, 50 pound and higher dogs, and this is for 35 and less pound dogs. Because some big dogs don't like little dogs because they look like fucking rats. So don't bring your dog into a dog park if he's too big or too small. Whatever. Anyway, yes, I would have shot the fuck out the dog. I don't give a fuck. Period. That's where I'm leaving it.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't think he's wrong. And I hope he gets. I hope he don't get charged.
I hope he gets to walk free. So let's get into our last
topic. If he shoot that dog, it could have killed somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it could have bit up some small kid. Come on, dude. Yeah, bro. You know how many dog attacks happen every day because irresponsible dog owners let their dogs off leashes or let their dogs around kids knowing that they're not supposed to be around kids? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't give a fuck how big and friendly your dog is. Make sure that when your dog is being introduced to another thing that's small, you understand that your dog is okay there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've been through a lot with that shit, and I'm a big advocate of just making sure your dog is on a leash and not around, especially if you know your dog is a protective dog. Don't have them around young kids. Don't have them around little animals. That's it. I'm done.
So I guess we get to our last topic now.
Yes.
The Nintendo Switch 2 is set to launch in June with 4K visuals and surprise game lineup. Now, you text me about this Nintendo Switch, and you said it's going to be good, and I said I don't know because I heard it's not going to be in 4K.
Oh, who said that? It clearly said 4K.
I watched this YouTube channel.
I just wanted to pay the noise.
I watched this YouTube channel, and the guy was saying that it might not be in 4K, and the guy's a very credible source. Like, he's usually right about these things, but
did he see the trailer? Did he watch this? Was before or after the video?
I must say the channel that I watch is an Xbox channel. He does, and he dibbles and dabbles in PlayStation, Nintendo just a little, but he's more of an Xbox.
I don't think he probably said that before, But I don't think because I watched everything a couple times and went over the specs, and it's in 4K. I mean, the resolution is high as fuck. 120.
When I heard that, I was like, not in 4K. Like, that's like standard now. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, that's 4K is standard. You niggas rocking 10K and 20K, and you know what I'm saying? Like, some TVs is going high. Some TVs go high as fuck, and they don't even have that kind of resolution on some of these gaming things yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 4K is pretty much the 1080 from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, if Nintendo wasn't running 4K, they'd be like, it'd be dumb because the games would look like shit. So come on, bro. Like, no, 4K is standard now. Like, everybody's hyped for the 4K. 4K is like 10 years old. So yes, it's gonna be 4K for sure.
Gotcha.
It has to be 4K because they're running cameras and they're running a bunch of other things going on. So it has to be 4K. Has to run. I mean, if you're gonna have a new system and it not run 4K, that's like 10 steps backwards, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, shit. Remember we talked about this the other day. Like, it has to run better than my cell phone for a little while.
True.
You know what I mean? So, but I figured I'd play this trailer real quick.
Okay.
So we could just like kind of talk about it while it's playing. All right.
All right.
So everybody, I'm gonna do it like the little Japanese nigga in Nintendo. I hope you enjoy.
It looked good. It looked nice.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
I like the design of it.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2 system can adapt to suit your situation, however you like to play. In TV mode, use the dock to play on a bigger screen. In tabletop mode, place your system however you like using the stand. And share a controller with a friend.
I like that because the old stand was terrible.
In handheld mode, play anywhere you go.
Man, that's crazy.
Donkey Kong look a lot different,
With
right?
these three play modes,
that's how it looks,
you can
then that
enjoy
looks
playing
good.
whenever and
Yeah,
wherever
I
you
think
want.
that was actual
all together,
video of the
anytime,
game.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some features of Nintendo Switch 2 and how it's improved from the Nintendo Switch system.
It's just like 5 minutes. I won't play the whole thing, but we obviously know it's the biggest screen, but I thought that was kind of cool. They literally it didn't change in size because they figured out how to shove all that shit in there with the same size system and make it better.
That's dope.
Now, I don't know if you saw the part where the controllers could be used as a mouse like pad
magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
That was kind of
detach
unique.
a controller easily. Controller can be used as a mouse, opening up even more ways to play in compatible games.
That's crazy.
I think that'd be kind of cool and weird, but
both the
you would have
left
to
and
like
right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls,
a good way
so
to
you
play
can
that.
also
I thought
play
this was
certain
goofy
games
as hell.
using two mice,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
I was like, bro, Nintendo, what are you doing, bro? It's like they had to like, what can we use to use the dual mouse? How about wheelchair sound? Oh yeah, good idea. Wheelchair sound. Okay, yeah. I don't know how that was a good idea.
Audio
but
balance between the
I see what they were
you
trying
can
to get
voice
to.
chat with friends anytime via game chat.
I'm gonna tell you what really got me
bottom
going
of
with
the
this
system,
right here.
there's one on top as well.
I was excited for this next shit right here.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera.
All right, so the camera you hook up, obviously, it sees you, and then at the bottom right here, where you see these 4 little tabs or screens, if you have one and I have a Switch and we have the camera and all the setup is straight, you'll come out here and you can see my face and my gameplay. Kind of like if you're gonna stream like on Twitch type of deal.
That's crazy.
So that's gonna be cool because I could hook up like you could hook up like a screen recording device or like Elgato or something, and you don't even have to do any of the work. The Nintendo Switch already has everything set up, so you don't need to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all that extra shit. You just gotta just record your screen and screen record. That's it. And then you'll be here, somebody else here, we all play the game. And you can play different games and still screen record or still talk to each other. There's a mic on here. It can pick you up. Apparently, it has sound cancellation in it, all that good shit. I don't know how good it works, but we're going to find out soon enough. But that'll be cool because I always enjoy playing Switch with friends, but having to be with them to talk to them because there was never no way to talk to them. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a good install.
I am sorry, my mentor.
That's cool,
I have failed you.
Already. Like you years behind
that's what I'm
with this
saying.
shit.
Bro, that's exactly what I was saying. And look, this is the part where I was telling you. See right here, this is the menu, and it says right here 4K. You could adjust it lower if you want faster frame rate, but 4K is definitely there. You know what I mean? And I could appreciate this. The new cooling system. I thought that was pretty cool because obviously they're running 4K now. They're running high power, well, somewhat high power games, so it's gonna get a little hot down there. But yeah, man, I'm super excited, dog. Like, remember I was telling you, like, yo, if this shit doesn't excite me, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. I probably never buy Nintendo again. But no, I'm actually pretty hyped. I think this is everything everybody's been complaining about, and they even said that games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Pokemon are getting a revised version
Switch to
where right. So like if you already own the game, all you do is like pay $10 for the upgrade, which I thought was kind of fucked up. It's dope, but I get it. They need to make money. They can't give it to you for free. So $10 is not bad. It's like getting the whole game over again in a 4K variant. But they did say some games will be free, so I can appreciate that. They said games like older Zelda games, like the God damn it, that old I forgot the name of it, but it's like older games that they had. They said they might be free, so I could appreciate that. The only problem everybody's talking about, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I figured, on June 5th it comes out. I already been looking for pre-orders. It's not out yet. I'm going to pre-order mine. Actually, I'm pre-ordering me one and Jess one because she wants one.
I'm definitely going to get one. No, June 12th is my birthday, so that'll be my birthday gift.
Oh, perfect. Hell yeah. So, with that being said, just real quick, I wanted to say people are a little uptight about the pricing that we.
Oh yeah.
They didn't go over the pricing of the game, not the pricing of the system. Nobody's mad about that because obviously it's 10 years almost. So we know inflation, whatever prices, things went up. We get it. $450 is the price. If you want it with Mario Kart World, I think $400 without it, which is a good deal because once we looked at the Mario Kart price, it said MSRP was $80.
Damn.
How do you feel about paying $80 for a Nintendo game, my boy? Like, that's nuts. That's double what games are costing now. I mean, I got a couple of things to say, but I want to hear what you say about it first.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel it right. I feel like it's right on cue. Because
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Video games, the market has been kind of it's if you pay it like for like when you buy groceries and all this other stuff, video games is the only market that kind of sat where it was for a while. And
Right.
you know inflation, is gonna hit sooner or later. So
Right.
that's number one. Number two, with the game being what it is, like Mario Kart, $80 for Mario Kart. It sounds like right on cue. Now, if you was talking 120, I go, oh wait a minute. But
yeah,
$80, that sounds it sounds like it sounds next. It sounds like the
new
price
norm.
point. Yeah, for the next gen, the new norm. Because I know once GTA 6 comes out, they really gonna flip the market. So now, like I say, so like with Mario Kart being 80, once GTA 6 come out and it flips the market, now you probably looking, probably like $100 plus for Mario Kart. So it's gonna be the new norm. Like this hobby is about to get really expensive, bro. Really expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna be like fucking having jet skis. Shit.
But I will say I don't think it can get too expensive, because once it gets too pricey, now you're competing with, you might as well get a PC.
Yeah, I agree. Not only that, but you got to remember, at the end of the day, it's still it's still video games, and kids can't afford $100 video games. Like, and parents are not buying their kids $100 video. Like, yo, once you started hitting the hunnos and 80s and 90s, your mom is gonna think different before buying that game for you. Be like, yo, that's a bill, my nigga. Like, do you want that Mario Kart game, or do you want the internet to be paid? Like, it's a different vibe after that. Yo, I think your mic went off, or something went off.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it did go out. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different area. You know, some people cannot, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with this is like, it's gonna hit an era where it's like not a lot of people are gonna be able to afford these games anymore. So like, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like the kid who owns the cool shit that nobody else can afford type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, though. I just feel bad for the younger kids out there now.
And that's not the stray too far from the conversation, but that's why I feel like console gaming will always be around. Like, people talking about this cloud gaming and everything. That's cool, but video games console, it cuts out so much of the BS and it keeps video games in the forefront. So that's why I don't see console gaming going away for a while. I think that it will. I think consoles will go away because they think that the streaming thing is going to work. But once consumers get in that space and they see how everything is in the way of playing the game, they're going to want the console back. And yeah, they're going to make that demand. So,
well, I don't know. It just seems like games are getting more expensive, consoles are getting more expensive. Nintendo obviously jacked up the prices because, you know, inflation and all that good shit. But I don't know, man. It just seems like it's just gonna get super expensive to play these games, and a lot of kids are not gonna be able to afford it.
yeah.
And I'm not mad at the price hike. If the game is fully the game, like it's Mario World, it's open world, you can drive anywhere now. It's like almost like a GTA style. Yeah, it's like you race from one track to the next track. Like, if you play in a circuit of,
it's like Crash, like CTR.
Yeah. So if you race, if you pick a full thing circuit, you race from one track to the next track, and so on and so forth. And then they have knockout, where you race the whole map, and every checkpoint, the last person gets knocked out until there's only one winner. But yeah, it's an open world. They show the map is really big. It's probably the most ambitious Mario Kart I've ever seen. But it's open world, and everything is just, you just drive to it. It's just you drive everywhere.
Yes.
And you can drive free roaming with friends and take pictures and all this crazy shit. So it looks dope. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Cause two things real quick. I heard that the new Smash Bros. Is supposed to be coming out with the Switch 2.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think it's going to come out like on June 5th. It's not going to be like June
5th. Oh
yeah,
no, definitely. Yeah, they're definitely going to do a new Smash. Like, I'll say like a year in. Yeah. If they're going to drop a new Smash, it's going to be, because I'm surprised that there was so many games announced day one, like new games. Like, it was nuts. And then you got, and you know what? I've noticed that they've been pushing a lot of their other IPs more now, with like Mario wasn't like, it's Mario Kart started like it was the startup, because I think they needed a game to display. Like, we can't show off the Switch 2 and not have a game to show off. So I think Mario Kart was a good choice, because it's their IP and they can visually tighten up shit and make it look as good as it can for a display. And I didn't expect anything different. I knew a Mario game or something was gonna kickstart the Switch 2. But I was surprised that Donkey Kong and Kirby, and then another Kirby game, like a Mario. Yeah, it was like a Mario Kart style Kirby game, but it's like called Air Ride. And I was like, okay, like Nintendo's really starting to show like, yo, we got all these other IPs too, and I think they're gonna give Mario a break. You know what I'm saying? And now no, seriously, because now that they got their system updated, they could go ahead and do all these other things now and show off all these other IPs. You know what I'm saying? Like Kirby, like Donkey Kong. Man, when was the last time we saw a Donkey Kong game, dog? Besides that Arctic Freeze or whatever that shit was. That shit was boring as hell. So, and this Donkey Kong game looks amazing. It's like,
I was looking at it on the screen.
It's really good. Like it was like they really said, hey, here's Donkey Kong. Do whatever with him. They even made him look better. He don't look so goofy. You know what I'm saying? He's more modern looking. He has like edges on his, his hairstyle. He looked more edgy. He looks more young. He don't look like. I mean, he still looks like Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just more edgy. But nah, I was pretty hyped. Like I was like, okay,
looks good.
Okay.
Did you hear about the Zelda live action movie?
I heard about I heard about it. They've been talking about this shit for years, and then I heard Nintendo finally found the studio who's gonna do it and whatnot. I'll care more about it as it cooks up. You know what I'm saying? If it's rumors, if it's this and that, I really don't care for rumors. Like I don't talk about shit unless I see like I hate when people like talk about, like, for instance, they talk about the Nintendo Switch for almost 2 years, talking about it's coming this year, it's coming this month, it's coming this month, and rumor has it, and I'm reading all that. I'm like, yo, fuck all these guys on. I don't care if they worked at Nintendo, they didn't know nothing. Like you could tell only 5 people knew about the Nintendo Switch. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. Like nobody knew nothing about this thing because everybody was wrong. I don't give a fuck how close you thought you was to whatever Japanese nigga in Nintendo, you were wrong. Everybody was wrong. Everybody kept saying it was coming out this year, it didn't. Everybody saying it was coming out on this, it didn't. Everybody saying it was, they were saying, yeah, it's coming out this year for sure, which we almost already kind of knew, but they kept saying November, and it was April. You know what I'm saying? And then June. Like Nintendo knows how to make people seem like liars. Like even if that could have been the truth, they could have been coming out in November. They were like, yo, fuck it, we got to move it up because niggas know what's coming out. Nintendo know how to get around, bro. And a lot of these vloggers and YouTubers, they be wrong as fuck, bro. That's why I don't like. They like to do the prediction shit and be wrong as hell.
One more question about Nintendo. Do you like what they're doing with their brand, or do you think they should be more aggressive? Like, do you think they should stay in that lane, or do you think they should compete with Xbox and Sony?
I think Nintendo. I don't think they're afraid. I just think they don't want to compete with Xbox and PlayStation because they know it's gonna cost them a lot more money. Because then they're really gonna need bigger third-party games that, don't get me wrong, Mario and all their IPs are good games, but their third-party lineup is not. Like, I don't know if you saw the game lineup for this. It's incredible. They got a lot of third-party support. This is the first time I've seen so much third-party support for Nintendo prior to GameCube. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have that much support on the Switch. They had a couple things like the EAs but everything was like really watered down and looked terrible because the system couldn't keep up with the graphics for those games. With this one, I think they can, and you can see that because now they have a lot more third-party support. You know what I'm saying? So they even showed off this really dope-looking game at the end that looked really good, and it's exclusively on Nintendo, and it's usually a PC game if I'm not mistaken. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I think Nintendo is starting to dabble in a bigger third-party support. Nintendo was never big on third parties. They always restricted them and always kept them like kind of watered down. You could go all the way back to the Super Nintendo days. Street Fighter was trash on like it was trash. There were good games, but they watered them down. You know what I'm saying?
I think because with the acquisition of ABK, when Microsoft acquired ABK, Microsoft and Nintendo have been in talks with some type of partnership of bringing their games to Nintendo. Now, I don't know if you're going to get like the Gears and the Halo and all of that kind of stuff, but I know that Microsoft owns Rare, and that's your Banjo Kazooie, your 007, like those the Jet Force. There's the Jet Force Gemini.
And speaking of which,
I think they own Jet Force.
I think so.
Yeah.
But on the side note, they did announce the 007 game coming out for Switch 2. So you could be right. They did announce that. They did show a real quick snippet, no gameplay, just saying that 007 is coming to Switch 2. I think as an exclusive also. So you are exclusive? Right. I think it said exclusive. I could be wrong, but nobody else is talking about it. So it had to be a Nintendo exclusive, or else you would have saw this coming out. But I could be wrong. Listen, if that's the case, if Xbox is moving in that direction where they're going to be like, yo, we want you to have Xbox services on Switch in some way, form, or fashion, then yeah, I can see Nintendo be like, okay, well, we have third-party support through Xbox. Like, Xbox app. Like, hey, play Xbox games on our Switch. Like, you know how many people will buy a Switch knowing that they can play Xbox games on their Switch? Like, just think about that. Just I know it sounds crazy, but just think about you can play your Xbox games on your Switch without, and then have your Switch with, like, so you literally have two systems in your hand. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, sounds crazy. Sounds crazy.
No,
I know.
No, it doesn't. Because I don't know if you've been paying attention to Xbox, but the next gen Xbox is supposed to have Steam on there, so you can have Xbox Steam out of it.
Okay, so there you go. That's what I'm saying. So like, if Xbox is gonna make a handheld, because I heard there's rumors about that also.
It's supposed to come out this year.
That they're supposed to do something. They're supposed to announce some kind of handheld. Let's say they do. I think it will do great, but it's not gonna do better than the Switch. We all know that.
Well, actually, it's okay. It's not Microsoft actually developing it. It's Asus.
Oh, so it's like a Steam Deck.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not okay. So if Xbox can work out a deal with Nintendo to get their streaming stuff on there, or let's say the Xbox app, so you can play Xbox games, bro, they will kill it, bro. Nintendo shit was so crazy, and Xbox will make so much money. Bro, come on, think about it, dog. Let's say Nintendo and Xbox come up with this grand thing where it's like, yo, we'll take care of all your handheld needs, and we take care of all the games. And you download your Xbox shit on your Switch and play all your favorite Xbox games, and then, oh shit, look, I want to go play Pokemon. All I gotta do is switch it back to fucking Switch mode and play Pokemon on my Switch. On my new Switch 2 that can play better games.
That's dope.
That's a nail in the coffin for fucking PlayStation, dog.
Did you see the thing where you can trade video games on the Switch? Did you see that?
Yeah, the game sharing.
I forget what
you're talking about. The game sharing shit.
Yeah, so
yeah,
like,
you can. So if you have a Switch and don't have the game, I can give you the game to play with me. Yeah, which is weird because that was on Nintendo DS. If I'm not mistaken, I can game share with you if you didn't have the game. If I had the cartridge, I could send you the game and we could play the game together. But once we departed, you couldn't play the game no more. That's really old. Like, I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I'm surprised. And there was game sharing on the Switch. Me and Adam game share. Like, I buy games and we game share, and all the games I bought he had, and we can play them together. So I saved a bunch of money doing that. Same thing with Xbox. But on this one, it's a little different. This one, you can buy the game and game share it with multiple people at a time. And then they could play the game with you, and then once you turn the game off, they can't play no more, obviously, because there's no connection. You have to be, together.
The video I saw, like, you can share it, and then they said like after like 2 weeks or something like that, the game automatically comes back to you, no matter where you are.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that way,
and like I said,
nobody's stealing your game. Damn it.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
No, I thought that was cool. I thought that whole game sharing shit with 4 people at a time and that's cool, because let's just say you playing a game and I want to try it out, but I don't want to borrow your console.
Right.
And you used to be like, yo, try this game. hey, I'm gonna send you an invite. You can play my game for like a couple days or a couple hours. Try this game out. You might like it, and I play it, and then I buy it. Like that's a good way to advertise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like if you buy a game, like we do it all the time. I buy a game, you buy a game, and I want to play this game with you, but I want the game for myself now because I'm playing it with you, and I want to get leveled up. I buy the game. I mean, that's the best advertisement is playing games with your friends. So like, I want to play that game too.
Because that's definitely an art that's lost in video games that I really wish would come back, bro. Playing the game with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Nintendo focused a lot with that whole camera and playing Mario Kart, having little four screens at the bottom. Yeah, because it gave me like Super Nintendo Day vibes. Like when you play 4 players on the screen and you could chit chat and bullshit with your friends. So I appreciate that. I thought that was pretty dope.
And that's one thing I love about Nintendo, man. It's like they kept it like friendly, like with your friends. It's not like this single player story driven BS that PlayStation doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. But on my final exit note, I'm excited. I can't wait to get it. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Definitely ready for it.
I'm definitely gonna get one.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So that would be all the topics for today, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was a good pod.
Snap. We made it through another one.
Please like, comment, subscribe. Help us get our subscribers up, please.
Yes, sir.
Please let us know what you think about Kanye. Let us know what you think about the guy leaving his kids at McDonald's. Let us know what you think about aggressive dogs. Should the man go to jail for defending the smaller dog? Let us know what you think about the Switch 2 for all the gamers out there, man.
Yeah, for real. And this is your boy Ninja,
and this is XP Early Bird, and you have been watching the What's Going On podcast.
Yes, you guys have a good and safe week. We'll see you next week. Later.
Peace.
What do you think of that? One second. What about this one?
Wow.